At the start of Act 2, Catherine has tied up her little sister's hands and is giving her a hard time about the suitors.
Oh, then, belike you fancy riches more. You will have Gremio to keep you fair.
Is it for him you do envy me so? Nay, then, you jest, and now I well perceive you have but jested with me all this while. I prithee, Sister Kate, untie my hands.
If that be jest, then all the rest was so.
Their father enters to break it up, and he tells Bianca to go to her room.
Go, ply thy needle, meddle not with her.
Then Catherine accuses her father of taking Bianca's side.
Now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband. I will go sit and weep, till I can find occasion of revenge.
Was ever gentleman thus grieved as I?
Just then, the weird group of suitors and tutors arrives, and Petruchio gets right to the point.
He tells Baptista that he would like to meet Catherine, and he introduces Hortensio, who is disguised as the music teacher, Licio.
I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in music and the mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences.
Not to be outdone, Gremio butts in to tell Baptista that he, too, has found a tutor for Bianca.
To express the like kindness myself, freely give unto you this scholar, as cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio.
Then Baptista notices the stranger, Tranio, who is dressed up like Lucentio.
May I be so bold as to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir, the boldness is mine own, that, being a stranger in this city here, do make myself a suitor to your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. And to the education of your daughters I here bestow a simple instrument and this small packet of Greek and Latin books.
Baptista asks a servant to lead the tutors to his daughters, and then suggests that the rest of them go for a walk in the orchard before dinner.
But Petruchio wants to get down to business.
If I get your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
After my death, the 1/2 of my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
That's a lot of money, and Petruchio seems ready to seal the deal with contracts.
Let specialties be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
But Baptista won't let Petruchio overlook one detail. He must win Catherine's love.
Aye, when the special thing is well obtained, that is, her love, for that is all in all.
But Petruchio doesn't think that will be a problem.
Why, that is nothing, for I tell you, father, I am as peremptory as she proud-minded, and where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury.
Still disguised as the tutor Licio, Hortensio returns with a broken lute after trying to teach Catherine how to play it.
Why then, thou canst not break her to the lute?
Why no, for she hath broke the lute to me.
Hortensio describes how Catherine smashed the lute over his head when he was trying to show her where to put her fingers.
The description of Catherine's behavior seems to make Petruchio even more interested in her.
Now, by the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than e'er I did. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Baptista offers to take Licio to tutor Bianca, assuring him that she will be a better student than Catherine.
She's apt to learn and thankful for good turns.
And he tells Petruchio that he'll send Kate to meet him.
While he's waiting, Petruchio talks about his strategy for dealing with Kate. He's going to ignore her bad temper and praise her instead.
Say that she rail. Why, then I'll tell her plain. She sings as sweetly as a nightingale.
When she arrives, Kate is as disagreeable as everyone would expect her to be. But Petruchio attempts to court her nonetheless, describing her in glowing terms, as he told us he would.
Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtues spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved, in good time, let him that moved you hither remove you hence.
The courtship dance between them goes on for quite some time, and it's hard to tell if they're fighting or if they're somehow made for each other.
But it ends with Petruchio declaring that they will be married.
Thus, in plain terms, your father hath consented, that you shall be my wife, your dowry agreed on. And will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, thou must be married to no man but me, for I am he, am born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates.
It's at this point that Baptista returns with Gremio and the fake Lucentio.
Now, Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, sir, how but well.
But Kate has a different view of how things are going.
Call you me daughter? To wish me wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Then Petruchio claims that everybody misunderstands Kate.
For she's not froward, but modest as the dove. She is not hot, but temperate as the morn. And, to conclude, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
This news comes as a surprise to Kate.
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Gremio and Tranio are having trouble believing that the courtship is going well.
Hark, Petruchio, she says she'll see thee hanged first.
Is this your speeding? Nay then, good night our part.
But Petruchio sticks to the story that Kate was very loving with him in private.
I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate! She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss, she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink she won me to her love.
And he says that the wedding plans should be set in motion.
I will unto Venice, to buy apparel 'gainst the wedding day, provide the feast, father, and bid the guests.
Baptista seems convinced by Petruchio's version of the story.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Then Petruchio says he's off to Venice to buy fancy things for Kate to wear at the wedding.
We'll have rings and things and fine array. And kiss me, Kate. We will be married a Sunday.
With Kate now engaged, Gremio and Tranio start competing for Bianca.
Now is the day we long have looked for. I am your neighbor, and was suitor first.
And I am the one that love Bianca more than words can witness, or your thoughts can guess.
But Baptista quickly makes it clear that the courting competition is going to come down to money.
'Tis deeds must win the prize, and he of both that can assure my daughter greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love.
Gremio goes first, describing the many things that will belong to Bianca if she marries Gremio. His richly furnished house, his coffers stuffed with gold coins, his farm with hundreds of cows and oxen.
And if I die tomorrow, this is hers. If whilst I live, she will be only mine.
Then it's Tranio's turn to make an offer. Knowing that he can't let Lucentio down, he tries to outbid Gremio fast.
If I may have your daughter to my wife, I'll leave her houses 3 or 4 as good within rich Pisa walls as any one old Signor Gremio has in Padua, besides 2,000 ducats by the year of fruitful land.
The fake Lucentio is winning, so Gremio adds a trading ship called an argosy to his list.
So then Tranio says that his father has 3 argosies, as well as 2 galleasses and 12 galleys that can be added to his list.
These I will assure her, and twice as much whate'er thou offerest next.
Gremio realizes he can't win.
Nay, I have offered all, I have no more, and she can have no more than all I have.
Why, then, the maid is mine.
Baptista agrees that the offer from the guy he thinks is Lucentio is the winning bid.
I must confess, your offer is the best.
But he points out that Lucentio has been offering his father's stuff, not his own.
If you should die before him, where's her dower?
So to be sure that all of these things will be Bianca's if Lucentio dies before his father does, Baptista asks Lucentio to prove that his father agrees to the terms. If he can't get the proof, Bianca will be married to Gremio.
On Sunday next, you know my daughter Catherine is to be married. Now, on the Sunday following, shall Bianca be bride to you, if you make this assurance. If not, to Signor Gremio. And so I take my leave, and thank you both.
Now Gremio thinks he has a chance, since he doubts Lucentio's father would promise that much stuff just so his son could marry.
Now I fear thee not. Your father were a fool to give thee all.
So Tranio has a new problem. Being the fake Lucentio is hard enough, but now he needs to find a fake Vincentio, Lucentio's father, to agree to the terms of the marriage.
I see no reason but supposed Lucentio must get a father called supposed Vincentio.